vortex. So I believe it's almost like 5 o'clock in the morning. My car finally stopped rattling. I don't know what was going on back there. I was worried I was going to have to take Fiona to the shop. I probably do need to take her to the shop anyway because it's been a little while since she's been to the shop. You know, and I'm a very paranoid person. If you guys didn't know, if it's not me, if it's not my body, it's my brain. If it's not my brain, then it's something outside of my body and my brain. So that usually involves either my car, my house, my cats, my parents, my brother, my friends, you know, people I work with, even people I don't even like that much. It's like, yeah, dude, I worry about everybody. It's not noble, though. Don't think that it is vortex. That's not true. It's just something for me to think about. And I really think that the reason why I have all these anxieties is because it's just there to try to hinder me from doing what I know I need to do for myself. You know, my friend Eddie Ortiz, like, he and I are in the same boat. Not politically, but everywhere else. It's funny. We didn't even talk about politics tonight. I went out of my way to just not talk about it. I was like, I do not feel like getting into an argument tonight. I just don't feel up to it. A lot of times it's just not worth it. Besides, I disagree with him on so much regarding, like, the news and shit. Like, he believes the news. I mean, motherfucker's, like, wearing a mask inside his house. And I just didn't have the heart to, like, criticize him for that shit. Because I was like, this is how paranoid he is about this virus. And not that I don't understand, because he had cancer, so he has way more of a reason to be, like, worried that he could contract a virus that his immune system wouldn't be able to fight off. I get that. I really do. But his paranoia has a lot to do with the news cycle. And it has a lot to do with, you know, President Trump. And it has a lot to do with a bunch of bullshit. So that's why I'm like, I'm not gonna bother with this. Like, he's not gonna listen to me anyway, so there's no point. Like, I guess it's just, like, not that important to me. Like, oh, I don't want to, like, win an argument or whatever. Like, it doesn't matter winning. I don't see it that way anyway. I guess, like, if I were in a debate, it would be different. But that's not how I want to look at my friends. I don't want to look at them like they're my opponent because they have different viewpoints, you know. That's just me, though. I don't like to look at other people that way. But I think I would like to debate stupid people, though. Only stupid people. I mean, there are plenty of people that are on the other side that I would say are better at formulating arguments. They're better at comebacks and shit like that. Because liberals, they always have some comeback for every motherfucking thing. Well, especially, you know, when you got 96% of the media that's on their side. Right. But anyway, dude, I started crying because I lost this shit in the parking lot. I was outside playing music, sitting on the fucking rocks outside, and this cross and this lucky rock fell out of my pocket. And I spent about 10 minutes searching for this shit, and I found it, and I was already like at the point of tears, you know, and I found it, and then when I found it, that's when I started crying. I was like, oh my God. I still haven't found this ring that I lost. I'm a very, very discombobulated person, so like losing shit happens regularly. Like I would say probably about 3 times an hour I lose something. Like about a week ago, I couldn't find this little container of honey roasted nuts. And I spent maybe about 7 minutes looking for these honey roasted nuts all over the store where I work. And I ended up going outside and searching my car. And I came back inside and I was like looking in the trash and like, you know, just like whenever you lose something, it just makes you crazy. You're like, where could I have put it? You know, like, could I have put it in the trash? You know, like, you just never know, though. You just never know, like, shit that happens, you know. So this friend of mine, my liberal friend, she was mad at me. She wasn't speaking to me that day. And so I was like, what if she took my nuts? What if she took my nuts just to fuck with my head? Because she knows how fucking crazy I am. You know, she really does, though. But I went so far to start thinking that I'm like, no, okay, if you're involving other people, like, this is your paranoia. That means these nuts are probably somewhere really close to you, and they were actually in the dish area where I was washing dishes. Yeah, dude, that was so ridiculous. That was so fucking ridiculous. Like, I don't even think you were high that day. You were just like, where are my fucking nuts? Dude, I kept saying they're honey roasted. Who would steal honey roasted nuts in a cute ass container? You know? Like, why wouldn't you do that shit? I would if I were still stealing shit, you know? But yeah, so anyway, I don't know what I was talking about. You've been talking about all kinds of shit. Yeah, I have. I should stop.